If you guys are in a reading slump, this is smash or pass on all of the short books that I have read recently. Let's start with Women Without Men by Parsipur, and this is a huge smash for me. Women Without Men is a 1989 modern Iranian novella. It is a collection of 5 stories that weave together as these 5 women leave the confines of abuse of men, where they end up meeting in a garden and build their lives without men. And what makes this book so special is that Parsipur actually uses the women in her life as inspiration to these characters. After it was written, it was actually banned and the author was put in jail. So after 40 years of it being passed around as an underground book, it was actually just added into the short list of the 2026 International Booker Prize. If you want a magical realism book that sucks you in, that has a lot of deep political commentary about a world that we live in today, I highly recommend. Next, we have On Earth That It Is Beneath. I'm sad to say that this one is a pass. So this book was set in a Brazilian prison on the verge of being shut down due to its inhumaneness and its unconventional reform methods. The warden who is in charge of the entire operations, he's very sadistic and decides upon hearing this news to hunt down his prisoners on every full moon. And while this book is only 101 pages, the author, he tackles this immensely disgusting and ugly side of prison, but it just falls flat. Brevity is definitely earned in some cases, but this book needs more. The Details is a huge smash. The premise of this book is it doesn't follow a conventional linear storyline, and it's beautiful that way. It's about the small details of people that really end up shaping who the protagonist is. The Details is only 130 pages. Of all of these short books, this book, I feel like I walked away with so many more memories because of how in-depth every line was constructed. And I'm not saying that this is a slow book at all. I finished this book in one sitting and still felt so enriched by everything that this book had to offer. Of course, it was shortlisted in the 2024 International Booker Prize. Highly, highly recommend. Now we have The Witch, and The Witch is a smash for me. The Witch is set in a small town in France, and Lucy, the main character, is a witch of mediocre magic. She can sometimes see the future, but most of her visions are actually just glimpses of insignificant details somewhere else that's happening in the world. We follow, against her husband's wishes, she trains her 2 12-year-old daughters in the world of witchcraft. And these girls surpasses everything that the mom has to teach her. And I know some people feel like this book isn't witchy enough, but I feel like that wasn't the point of this short book. I think really the premise of the book is how it is about a mother and her 2 daughters as she loses them to society, especially as the daughters become more powerful than she is. The witchcraft in this book is a metaphor for losing her girls into the world and what that does to a woman. It makes her seen as this witch that is highly taboo amongst men and in her society that she lives in. And at only 130 pages, while this book flies through, it is extremely dense, extremely dreamlike, and just, I would say, read it slowly and enjoy.